The tomatoes in this mulchilized bed are looking really good. And it's obvious that the salinity didn't hurt them, or we washed it through well enough. I mean, we barely washed off that seaweed. I just kind of swished it around and threw it on here. And as you can see, they look really happy. And they had my evil anaerobic compost tea on them that a few people like to complain about. I'm not going to name any names. I appreciate the constructive criticism, but they've had that anaerobic compost thrown on them. They had seaweed thrown on them and the rotten weeds from the anaerobic tea barrel. So looking at these guys and seeing how healthy they look, I've decided to do the same thing to the cantaloupes now that this test bed has shown good results thus far. Now I've run out of weeds in the compost tea barrel that I could use for mulchilizing, but I have some kitchen scraps right here. So I'm just going to take these and some scraps of paper towels, you know, carrots, banana peels, etc., and use these to mulch around them. And then we'll throw some compost on top. Now again, you've probably seen melons and things growing really nicely out of your compost pile. Had a great deal going with pumpkins in the past out of the compost. So why not just do it right here? Just like this. Here's some mango peels, oatmeal, rice. I know somebody is just freaking out right now going, oh my goodness, that is the grossest looking thing. I would never do that in my garden. That's okay. You don't have to. We're having fun and we're experimenting and we'll see how they do. That's a biodegradable bag, apparently. Why not? Now I'm going to top it off by throwing on some seaweed. And then we'll water it in real good. Want to grow out of a compost heap? I'll give you a compost heap. Now, will this work? Well, that's why we're trying it. We're going to find out. This compost tea has worked really well for me, and this was an experiment. And while we're talking about the compost tea, for 1 second, I gotta share something. One of my viewers, who's now also a reader, Matt, shared that he had a big profusion of morning glory vines just eating over one side of his garden beds, and he decided he was gonna rip them all down And after seeing my compost tea video, he stuffed them into a barrel and he said he found 100 pounds worth of vines, crammed them, packed them down into a barrel, covered them with water, let them rot down into a tea, and then started watering his gardens with them. And lo and behold, his gardens loved it and started to green up and thrive. So sometimes these experiments really work out well. Anyhow, be sure to catch me on the web at thesurvivalgardener.com. Like, subscribe, share this video anywhere you find it might be interesting, and until next time, I'm going to keep ripping off John Kohler. Keep growing. Today's video was brought to you by Planet Whiz-Bang. For over 300 years, Planet Whiz-Bang has encouraged farmers and given good ideas and beautiful ball caps to farmers all across America and down into the equatorial tropics.